I made a video about a year ago discussing universal cues, basically stating that universal cues are universal for a reason because they're usually pretty effective. And I just came across this tweet from Wolf Strength. He says, "One of the most valuable things I learned from Ripito, don't give a complicated fancy cue when a short direct cue works better. Sometimes it's as simple as stop doing that." And this is something that I've recently been thinking a lot about too. There's a lot of information and research existing around motor learning and skill development. And one of the ways coaches, especially coaches in the online world, can separate themselves is by really understanding this stuff and practically applying the concept of differential learning, which is learning via frequently alternating variants of a movement, and practically applying random learning, which is learning by alternating different movement patterns. And understanding cueing and communication with athletes in order to change an athlete's strategy to execute a task more effectively. Good coaches know how and when to use things like internal cues, something like squeeze your chest up, and how and when to use external cues, something like putting down a line of chalk when someone's cleaning and telling them to stay behind the line. Those are just two really easy examples. And younger coaches, including myself when I just started getting into coaching, want to demonstrate their knowledge and may end up over cueing something. But as time has gone on and I've put more and more hours into coaching, I think that the best cue sometimes isn't even a cue at all. Sometimes the best cue is just telling someone straightforward literally what to do or literally what not to do. An easy example of this is when someone is learning how to snatch and they end up looping or swinging the bar away from their body too much. Younger me might want to correct this error by cueing something smart to the athlete. Maybe I would say something like keep the bar in a string or something like that. What I found to actually work better is just telling them don't swing the bar from the body, don't loop the bar from the body. Just be straightforward and literal. Using straightforward and literal statements like this might not make you sound as smart as a coach, but it gets the job done. Another easy example I could think of is telling someone to keep their heels down when they're squatting. Just telling someone who shifts their weight a little too far forward when they're squatting to keep their heels down is probably more effective than coming up with some sort of analogy as a cue. So really the point of this video is for other coaches, especially younger coaches. You're probably better off using simple communication that works than trying to follow what some sort of motor learning researcher would tell you to say. When you're coaching an athlete, sometimes all you have to say is do this or don't do that, and that gets the job done well. So that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.